Hello and welcome. It is Friday, and with the new schedule, our Friday drawings are not live, they are just posted. So that is what we're here for right now. This week has been surprise week, so you haven't known what we're drawing, and I'm going to keep that the same way today. It's a little bit different because typically if I am drawing live with you, I can interact with you and wait until you guess what the drawing is, but I'm not really going to know when you guess it. So I'm just going to start my drawing. Now, I also am going to be doing a doodle page. I'll give you that tip. So it's not going to be in color. And then secondly, I'm going to be working in pen. So if you want to work in just pen today, you are welcome to do that. Get your pens ready. If you're not quite there yet, well then you know what? Get your pencils out and you can do it that way. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put quite a few circles on my page. And circles can be one of the more frustrating shapes to do when you are drawing in pen. But sometimes you just have to let go of it, not worry about it too much. You have to know that they're not going to come out perfect all the time. And as we've had other class members say, sometimes you just have to embrace the wonkiness. So let's see, I'm just gonna do maybe one more. And then I think right about here, I'm gonna do a spiral. I'm gonna start with a little circle. And then from that circle, I'm going to spiral out. Over here, I'm going to do a line at an angle, a line not connected, but just kind of hovering up towards the top. Again, leaving a gap, I'm going to do another line that comes down, a little line that comes out. From this point, again, leaving a gap, I'm going to come upwards, and then another little line coming down. I'm sure lots of you are thinking, what in the heck could she possibly be doing right now? On one of these circles, let's do some wavy lines. You can even put kind of an oval shape in there. More waviness. No right or wrong way in which to do your wavy pieces within there. On this one, I'm just going to do some kind of blob shapes. And now you might be kind of piecing it together. Coming up here from the bottom. Now, right in this space, I'm going to do a curved line. And then this curved line, let's take it to a point. So we're making a triangle. I'm going to do a curved line at the tip. a circle inside. And let's do one more circle around the edge of that. And we can put some dots inside that space. Now I want there to look like there's a back side to this, so I'm going to put two little curved lines right down here at the bottom, because this will be the part that's going back behind. And then let's bring a line down, connect it with a curve. I'll do a detail line here in the center. And then starting here off to the side, let's come out and down and back up, out, down, back up. The one in the middle can come out from two sides and then come down and connect at a point. And then we'll do the ones that live in the back. A little detail line here. You could draw a little person inside if you like, because if you can't tell already, we are doing a space doodle page. On this, where we did the wavy lines, let's put a ring around that planet. This little one, we're going to make kind of an asteroid. So we're going to put two curved lines in. And then a line coming out, back in. Or more like a satellite. I'm sorry, I said asteroid. We are going to do some asteroids. And then a little triangle in the middle here. On our little spiral, you can do some little stars, like it's a little Milky Way. Just doing the little crisscross stars. Wherever you like. My rocket needs to be blasting off, so I'm going to do some little zigzag, but I'm going to put it so it is kind of behind this planet. And let's just do some lines coming off to the side. We'll do another little planet that has a ring on it. This one we'll keep simple and just do two little lines inside. How about down here? We do kind of an upside down egg shape, so wider at the top, more narrow at the bottom. We can do two ovals inside. for our alien eyes. And then let's do 2 little circles of light, and you can color this in. Color this one as well. And you can come back in and make your alien any color you want. Maybe he's that standard green. Maybe you'd prefer to do more of a purple alien. Not sure why our aliens always have to be green. We'll do 2 little nostrils and a smile. Now this is a constellation. So what I'm going to do is at each of these little openings, I'm going to draw a star. So you can do, you know, a standard star shape. You could do something like this, like come up to a point and out, down to a point and out. Do that little, we've done this star shape before. Usually when we're working in pencil, right, we make that plus sign and then we connect the points with a curve. But when you're doing it in pen, you have to just put the whole thing in. So I just start up, down, and then down, down. And do that in all of these little spaces. And some can be bigger than others. They don't all have to be perfectly uniform in size because stars aren't uniform in size. Now how about, let's roll this out. We can do a shooting star. Same thing, it's a little bit trickier to draw stars when you're just doing them in pen. So you are going to do a triangle. You're going to do a line out to each side. Bring those lines down. And this is the part where it always looks good for me so far here, but I always struggle with these bottom points. So again, you just kind of have to throw them in, and see, mine's a little wonky. It's kind of fat and then gets skinny, but I'm not going to worry about it. And from this point, I'm going to do a line that curves out, and then I'm going to curve it back in and take it to this point. And then I'll have a line coming from that center. I'll have a line coming from this point, and a line coming from this point, and it gives you kind of a shooting star. You can also put some other little like dot stars around on your page. In fact, I would probably do a lot of these, or a lot more of just kind of putting these stars by themselves, where you curve up, curve down, curve, curve, and then you could put some little dots around it of varying sizes. Now for my asteroids, which I mistakenly said earlier, I'm going to do a wavy blob. I'm going to put some of a flame, that kind of zigzag that ends up looking like flame. And then I'm going to do another one that actually comes around the edge of the asteroid and then comes out. Another little flame. You could do some little decorative lines inside, and then inside the asteroid, I'm going to put a couple more little blob marks. So it kind of looks like a rock. Looks like it has texture to it. And when you color this, you could color this in where this is more of a brown or more of a black, and then you have that kind of flame coming through. And you could draw a couple of those, and you could have some of them with the flame as if they're kind of breaking through. You could have others just kind of floating out by themselves, like it's a whole asteroid field. Let's put one more little one right in here. And let's do a half circle. So a line. And then let's connect that line. So we end up with a half circle. And then starting a little bit above this line, let's come out and around. And then we can come out from this other side, kind of trying to make that as even as possible. And then as if this continued on the other side, we'll do the little bottom portion. And then we can put some little circles on here for our little spaceship, our little UFO. So this is like our spaceship. This is like our UFO. And you could do a little antenna on the top. Maybe put some stars around it. We can have another planet over here that we're going to start with the ring. So I'm going to do that curved ring first. I made that pretty long on that side, so I need to even it up. So this planet's going to be on the smaller side. And then let's have the other ring be on the inside of this. And then we'll put our planet in. Just like so. So see, because you're working in pen, you can't actually draw it and then put that double ring. If you want to have that ring that kind of looks like dimension, you're going to have to do the ring first and then put the planet in behind it. Let's put some little legs on my UFO as if it could land. I'll put 3 in the front and then 2 smaller ones kind of off towards the back. Oops. Let's see, what else could we do? You could do some words, like you could write space. Let's do some block lettering. So I'm going to do a little line and a little line, and then I'll connect the 2 middle ones, and then connect the outer one for the letter U. I'll do a line down, a line out, in, up, but not all the way, about halfway. And then I'll do a little box and then a bigger rectangle at the top for my F. And then the O is really easy because you just put the O, the circle, and then you draw one inside of it. So you could have the UFO. You could do a little moon shape. So do a curve and then connect those outside lines to your point. And you could put some stars by your moon. I would actually probably fill most of my page with stars if I was doing a doodle page. And some of them, again, these I'm just doing the crisscross, crisscross. Some of them you can do the dot effect for the stars. But see how that looks when you start just kind of adding in your in-between spaces? Then that's when you really end up with that kind of doodle page. You could also really color this. Where if you wanted to color into the background, you could have the background kind of looking more like a Milky Way or like a galaxy, where you'd have lots of like purples and blues and pinks. And so see, that just looks kind of cool to have lots of the space filled with a variety of stars. Let's put some of, oh, we put those there. So let's do a couple more of this style. So we're going to start at a point, come down, and then bring it back in together. Let's put a couple of varying sizes over here. Out, out, down, down. Out, out, down, down. Put a bigger one. And then again, you just add some little dots in between, fills the space. I've said the word space a lot. Looks kind of cool in there. You could add definitely some other planets in here. You could do more of a sun shape. You've done a moon already. So for a sun, I might just put a circle. And then you could do just kind of lines off of it. And then when you color it, add those yellows or maybe a little bit of orange in there. So it gives that look like it's a sun. You could do more of a full moon if you don't want to do this kind of tiny version of a moon. What else could you add in? You could do some more of the little spirals and just kind of do those as like a little space filler randomly throughout your page. You could do names of planets. And I mean, you could write them by the planet themselves, or you could just write them randomly throughout the page. I believe Pluto still needs a chance, so let's put Pluto. Mars. Venus. Neptune. Uranus. Jupiter. Did I get Jupiter yet? Nope. sun. Let's put sun by the sun. So what am I forgetting? Saturn, Jupiter, oh, Mercury. Let's put it right here. Uranus, Jupiter, Mars. I think I have them all. I could be missing some. And then you could really just definitely do more planets. You could do more of these circles and just color them in shades that kind of match the planet. You know, your Mars could be more red. I would almost call this more of a Mars. You know, you could do another Earth, or you could call that an Earth. I didn't do the actual shapes very well within there. But you could have another one that's kind of like, maybe you make Mars a little smaller. And you just add little blobs inside. You could put them in order and like actually draw out, you know, make the order of the planets. You could draw all the planets and have them kind of hanging like they're in a, like a mobile. I think that's really about it. So again, if I was just going to continue filling this doodle page, I would end up filling lots of stars within our space. Here, you could do more aliens. Maybe you're a big fan of the aliens. In fact, you could even do bodies on the aliens. You don't have to have just the head. You could have an alien peeking from inside. Maybe your spaceship, your UFO has a window and there's a little alien head inside, just peeking out up there at the top. Just do a little more, a couple more words. I sometimes like when you're doing doodle pages to add some random words and random lettering. And I know sometimes for our little ones, that's a little bit harder because if you're still learning how to write, then that might not be quite as easy for you to do. And there we go. Let's do a couple more of these over here. Different stars. Like someone in my house is singing. I don't know if you guys heard that. I probably would also do more of these shooting stars. I kind of like the way those look. And you don't have to have everything like I wrote this at an angle. So you could also do things like that. Turn your page at an angle. Draw yourself another star. Again, it's a pyramid. Legs out. Bring them down. And then do those bottom legs, which for me always end up looking wonky. Out, out, have it touch, and then from each of your points you put another line in, and it gives it some dimension and it makes it look like a shooting star. You could write, when you wish upon a star. And just just like that. Look at how quick and easy that was to make a fun little doodle page all filled with space items. You can keep adding lots of different things to it. And once you color it in, it will be even more special, nice and colorful within all of your different planets. And that is your Friday drawing, your straight to pen, space aged doodle page. So thank you very much. I had a lot of fun with you guys this week doing our surprise week. I think we'll have these days periodically where they'll just kind of pop up. I will be back tomorrow on Saturday for our live sip and draw, and that now takes place at 8 p.m. So thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday night, and if I don't see you then I'll see you back live in the group on Monday at 10 a.m. Happy drawing!